Hello there, welcome to New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. And first, I need to say, oh dear, oh dearie me, as if I've not had enough trouble with my laptop this week. So many things are going wrong with that. The biggest problem with that, this isn't the oh dear, the biggest problem with my laptop right now is I can't post comments on anyone's shorts. I've lost the very bottom of my laptop page, if you like. Anything I do on my laptop, I've lost about this much on the bottom. And I know before you come at me and say, well, you've probably got that banner thing along the bottom where you put all whatever little icons you want on the bottom. Let's say maybe it's how you turn on and off your computer, or it might be where you click on your see, I've been working on the laptop today, it's blown my mind, where you might have your icons for your anything you do on your computer. You have sometimes that big banner along the bottom. I know that it's not that. That is a way. I have hidden that. So I should technically get the bottom of my screen. I don't know why I don't have it. As I say, I particularly notice it on shorts because when you want to respond to someone's short, it's at the bottom of the comments is where you reply or put your comment on a short. That is missing. I can just about tiny see the top bit of it where it should be, and I need to slightly scroll up because you can't click or do anything in it. I haven't got the box that you have to click in to reply. And as you know with shorts, if you start to slightly scroll up, it flips up the next one. So if anyone can tell me how to fix that, I know most of you probably aren't computer friendly, because whenever I ask questions how to do something on my laptop or about YouTube, I'm left with blank puzzled faces when I ask in chats, and anything I do get told I've already tried. But that, I've lost the bottom of my laptop. I've tried reducing things, I've tried arrows to move, I've done all the common things. Where's the bottom gone? Also on browser, that's the word I wanted to say at the beginning. When you have that tab along the bottom, you might have your browser on there to go into when you're on the internet and your browsers, that kind of thing. Browser, that's the word. I seem to have more at the top now, and it's not about moving it up or going full screen. I've tried that. I've tried your basic things. It's literally like the page is too big. And yes, if I'm on one of my browsers now, today when I went into it, you know, sometimes you get verify it's you from Google, and it says you haven't been here for some time. Well, yes, I have. Verify, put your password in again. Now, I know this happens, but do be careful, guys, because today it happened and it said, oh, we'll send your phone a code or whatever they want to do. And when I went into my phone, there is nothing. There's no message, which you normally get a message on your phone. So it said, or like retry send again. So I did that, and I just wasn't getting a message on my phone. And if you guys remember, I had to set everything, reset up all my Gmails and everything a few days ago anyway. So I knew it did go through to my phone. And they said, oh, well, if that doesn't work, go into your phone, reset your account, allow a Sentry. And I was like, I don't think so. But now one of my browsers, I can't be me on my channel posting or whatever, but luckily I have two browsers. One I'm not very happy with, but hey, at least I can use it. But the idea was, aside from that and many other problems I've encountered this week on my laptop, I've just gone into StreamYard and they've changed everything round. They've changed it round. So right now, I'm looking at you on a tiny little box like this. This is how I can see myself now. Tiny little box. I like slightly bigger than that, but not very much. Then I don't know if any of you use StreamYard. Underneath that, you used to have all the different versions. So if I had a guest on, I can click a button. We could be side by side. The arrangements of the screen, or I could show you something, be next to it. All those now, you have to click another button to get into it. And again, before you come at me, I know this screen I tell you I'm viewing you on now is tiny. You can expand it and make it your whole page. But if you do that, I can't do all my little intros to all my segments that I do, because I'd have to come out of that, wait a couple of seconds, and then get that back up again. But now down the bottom is where you put if guests are coming on, or if I want to show you film clips or photos. They're all lined up along the bottom now. And they used to be the size of what I'm telling you I'm looking at, but now they're bigger than what I'm looking at the top. They don't need to be. So I'm going to put a little message into StreamYard when I finish. It's okay to use this. If you don't use, they call it brand at the side. And it's all those little interludes I show you and welcome people to my channel, all those little clips. I've got to keep coming out of it to do that. So it's a big hassle. If you don't use brands at all, then great. But otherwise, it's a bit annoying to say the least, for sure. Oh, we got a channel on saying hi from New York. And the channel's called Praise the Lord. Thank you for being here. It's nice to see you. And here's a welcome just for you. So welcome to you. Thank you very much for being here. I always like to know how people know of my channel. Is it just flagged up to you on YouTube or whatever? And unfortunately, you came on when I was having a bit of a moan, and I don't have moans. I don't normally have moans, not very often. Okay, so let's get this started today. I might be a bit slow because, as I say, I can't see the things I used to be able to see quite clearly, even with my glasses on. They've now changed it all. The small things are now big, which you don't need big, and vice versa. So it's a little bit of a pain right now. But let's start the ball rolling with my first section of today. It's really weird seeing this tiny box to try and view my channel. Okay, so I thought I'd do something new about Cyprus today. And I've been doing all sorts of cultural things about Cyprus and little things about our island. But I thought I'd do something for you that the Cypriots are taught in school and is a very important part of education and culture. Praise the Lord said, I learnt of your channel through another Frugal Living channel. Well, that's cool. I wonder if you can remember it. That would be really cool. Thank you for that. So something very important to Cypriots and Greeks as well. And I must remind you, Cyprus is not a Greek island. We're an independent island, but we have a lot of cultural history the same. And something very important is the Greek gods, the history of the myths of the Greek gods. So I thought I'd introduce you to a few of them if you might be interested in that. And today we'll talk a little bit about Zeus and Hera. And it says, when the era of new gods began with the survival of the infant Zeus, the Titans did not simply vanish overnight. A few of them with their sons and daughters lived on into the new age. Before this, however, there were old scores to settle and wrongs to be righted. When Cronus found out what Rhea had done with her new child, he was furiously angry and at once ordered a thorough search to be made. To drown the sounds of the baby crying, the nymphs arranged for a great noise to be made whenever searchers came near his hiding place. Gongs were beaten, swords clashed on shields, and men shouted to one another as if a loud argument was in progress. To baffle Cronus still further, Zeus was taken from the cave and hung in his cradle from the branches of a tree, so that he was neither on the earth, nor in the sky, nor in the sea. However, the search continued, and Rhea knew that unless she took further action, sooner or later her child would be discovered. Wrapping large stone in swaddling clothes, she presented it to Cronus as her son, and he immediately swallowed it, as he had his 5 real children. Cronus now thought he was safe, and under the care of the kindly nymphs, Zeus grew to manhood. From time to time, Rhea visited him in the cave and told him what had happened to his brothers and sisters. As he grew older, he determined to rescue them. Together, Zeus and Rhea went to Metis, a wise man who had no love for Cronus, and she suggested a plan. Cronus had never seen his son, so when Rhea introduced the young cupbearer to him, praising him highly, Cronus was easily persuaded to employ him. As soon as he was a trusted servant, Zeus made a potion and poured it into his father's drinking cup. In effect, it was to make Cronus violently sick. Out of his mouth, quite unharmed, came Hades, Poseidon, Demeter, Hera, Hestia, the 2 sons and 3 daughters whom he had previously swallowed. Out too came the stone which Rhea had given him instead of the infant Zeus. It fell to the earth at the sacred shrine of Delphi, where it becomes an object of veneration and where it can be seen even to this day. Now they were free, Poseidon and Hades were eager to take their revenge. They persuaded Zeus to lead them against the Titans, who supported the now aging Cronus. The leader of the Titan army and Cronus's deputy was a mighty god named Atlas. So there's some information there. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you want to know more about the Greek gods in Cyprus and in Greece. Okay, let's go on to our next section of today. And we're going to go on to this. And as usual, I've got some good gardening stuff coming up, so make sure you stay tuned to that. Some more information and help for you, and many other segments of my frugal life. So today we're going to say about a statue of a man named Gordon. On the Nile, in the garden of Gordon College, stands an imposing statue of General Gordon, mounted on a camel. General Gordon is in full dress with his plumed helmet, medals, sword, boots and spurs. His camel, a magnificent beast, is gaily dressed in rugs with beads and tassels. A small English girl who lived not far away used to love going to the college garden and playing near what she was told was the Gordon statue. In fact, she became so attached to it, she never seemed happier than when she was close playing near Gordon. At last, the time came when her father was transferred, and her mother took the little girl to the college garden for the last time to say goodbye to her beloved Gordon. There she stood enthralled, full of respect and admiration. Her mother eventually led her away, and walking slowly down the garden path, the girl whispered, "Goodbye, Gordon, goodbye, Gordon, goodbye, Gordon." A short way down the road, the little girl turned to her mother and said, "Tell me, Mummy, I've always wanted to know, who is that funny man on Gordon?" So she always thought Gordon was the camel. Oh dear, that's quite funny. I thought you might enjoy that one. Okay, let's go on to this. So on to my gardening section for today. And I thought you might like, I've been asked quite a few times this week about different bugs, garden bugs. And on this channel, you will know, or you may not know, I have a whole playlist of garden bugs, how to identify them, and whether they're friend or foe, and also with the bugs, how you can get rid of them naturally, or indeed how to actually stop them coming in the first place. So I thought you might like to see this little clip so you can see the actual bugs. So that is commonly known as the cucumber beetle or the cucumber bug. If you want to know more about that, then do check out my other videos. As I say, I have a whole playlist on all sorts of bugs, insects, and also other things that do come into your garden, other bigger animals. Maybe you get deer where you live. Let me know in the comments what your worst foe is in your garden. We have our friend Shirley here from Glitter World. So don't forget, guys, go and check out her channel. Love my hair. I do normally have it up, I must say. There's nothing different about it. I've just got it down today. Long story, but we won't go into that. It's been a bit manic today, to say the least. But yes, thank you very much for that. But, yeah, I don't have it down very often. But there we go. I'll probably have it down next Monday, because next Monday is Mike's birthday. So we'll be out for the morning. I will be back. I will be here to do my live. So we're hoping to hit some charity shops. I've just got quite a lot of new stuff from a charity shop, which I have done a video on. So you'll have to check that out. Okay, let's go on to the next section. So today I'm actually promoting another one of my playlists. I think a lot of people don't think to look at playlists, and obviously a lot of my videos are gardening and frugal life are a large part, but that's not solely what my channel is about. So do look at my playlist, and the actual playlist I'm sending you to today is a playlist called More Projects. So if you know, most of our life is about salvaging things to make things that we need. So I'm not talking about we salvage an old chair and reupholster it. I'm talking about Mike's clever brain, that he can salvage something completely different to what he makes it into. He's made his own solar panels from all sorts of scrap and many other things. If you want to see more about what Mike makes, he has his own channel as well as the stuff in my channel as well, but more things that he makes from scratch is on his channel. So I will just type it in now, and it's actually the name of our property is his channel name, which is Olive Farm Retreat Cyprus. And if you can go over there and just say happy birthday to him for Monday, that would be really cool as well. So more projects and tips and eco ideas are on his channel, but also on my channel, different ones. We don't post the same thing of those sort of projects. I have on my More Project playlist things that we make out of pallet wood, salvage stuff that we found, and then videos of what we've made them into. We've done a lot of work on derelict outbuildings, and when I say derelict, I mean barely any walls left, absolute ruins. And you can follow 2 whole series on that of complete rebuilds and what we've made them into. Seed storage, what I do to store my seeds, that I grow seeds. I grow things to make seeds. Some I keep, some I give away, and we're actually coming up to the next giveaway. I choose a channel every month, and the only way you'll know if you're a winner is you have to go on my community post, and you have a whole month to send me your address, email me your address if you are flagged up. So if you want to win free seeds, there's no competition. I just randomly pick people that are constantly in my chats or comments. And if you're a channel that isn't about growing seeds or gardening, but you would certainly love seeds, do make it known to me that you do grow things as well in your comments. So let me know what you're growing, and of course what sort of things you grow, and whether you'd like to try different things or not. So the beginning of every month, you will see a message in my community chat to say who has won the seeds. And as I say, you have a month to contact me, and then I know then if you want to do it. Here's a little bit about that rather than me waffle. Yes, and Shirley says, I grow things. Basil, onions, plants. Wink. We all know what that means. Little lettuce, be healthy. And Shirley, if you're settled now, don't forget to give me your address, because you was a seed winner and I agreed for you, because you was in the middle of moving around, that I would carry that over until you were settled. So if you're settled where you are now, if you want to email me your address, then of course I will send you the seeds. If you haven't got my email, then just let me know and I'll link it. Let me see, I can link it here, but I don't know if you're in a position to take the email down at all. Let me just go on here, just on my Word doc. I should have my email there. Let me just paste that. If you can't get it from here right now, don't worry, I will send it to you. Where are we? That's my email. I just need an address. It doesn't have to be your address, of course. There. The last winner last month, and they've just done a short showing that they've got the seeds, and that was Kathleen from My Alabama Farm Life, and she did a lovely short showing opening the seeds. So that was really cool, really cool. Okie doke, let's get on to my next section of the day, which is this. So I'm currently sharing my book of birds. Now, these are actually English birds, but of course we get a lot of the same birds in different countries. And we're up to the next bird in the book is pheasant. Now, we get so many pheasants running wild in my area in Cyprus. You can just get pheasants. Pheasants are very expensive to catch and eat in many countries to get pheasant, whereas in Cyprus, pheasants are like a chicken. There are so many pheasants. So this pheasant here, it says the Romans carried the pheasant throughout Europe from Asia, and it was introduced to Britain by the Normans. It enters gardens usually in autumn and winter, especially in hard weather. You're more likely to see cock pheasants because the females keep to the woods. As with other birds in which the male is colourful, the female is dull. The female is wholly responsible for raising the family. And there's a picture of a pheasant there. Picture of a pheasant. As I say, we see these all the time running up our mountain road. You can recognise it by the dark green head, the red face. Whether magnificently copper-coloured like this male or drab brown like the female, a pheasant cannot be confused with any other bird in the garden. A male pecks at the ground for grain. Some individuals have a white neck ring. This is the female here. I don't know how well you can see it because it's kind of camouflage, but it's quite dull. That's the female. So there's a big difference between the female and the male. We often do see the females and they run out onto the road. I've just made it go dark because I did that. They run out across the road and all the little babies all run after it. Foraging. A male pecks at the ground for grain. Some individuals have a white neck ring. I think I just read that bit. Voice. The male's song is a loud caw caw, which the female replies with a kee kee, and there is a cutock of alarm. The female has a variety of calls that causes her brood to hide. Feeding. Pheasants scratch for a wide range of foods, especially grain and other seeds and acorns, and clamber in trees for buds and fruit. Animal food includes insects, snails, worms, and occasionally small mammals and lizards. Grass, leaves, and roots are eaten in winter. On your bird table, you could put out grain. Pheasants love to eat grain, bread, and kitchen leftovers. Nesting. The female nests in a shallow depression under a hedge or in long grass or bracken. The chicks leave the nest shortly after hatching. Camouflage. A female incubating the eggs in her nest on the ground blends perfectly with the surrounding dead bracken. And nesting information. March to July, 1 brood, 8 to 15 olive brown eggs, 23 to 28 days incubation by the female, 12 days fledging, and 9 to 10 weeks until independent. So I hope you enjoyed that, finding out a little bit more about birds. We'll go on to another bird next time. Okay, it's just checking the comments. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's fine, Shirley. No worries. You're such a good supporter of my channel, and I really thank you for that. I've been catching up with your lives, but I keep missing them, so I do watch them later. As you say, I do try and remember to drop a comment in as well to let you know I've been there. Okay, let's go on to our next section, which is this. Okay, so today's hacks are going to be about thermos flask, vacuum flask. You know what you can take on picnics, for example, and have your hot tea or coffee in. Maybe you take one to work. You can also put cold in some of them and it keeps things cold. So flask of varying forms. And I have 3 tips for you on this. Tea stains on plastic vacuum flask tops can easily be removed. Rub the affected area gently with salt, moistened with a few drops of vinegar. The second tip. To clean a vacuum flask that hasn't been used for some time, because they do start to smell funny, so never store them with their lids on. Put 1 tablespoon, which is 20 mils, of vinegar and 1 level teaspoon, 5 grams of salt into the flask and shake well. Rinse with clean water. I'm just checking I said that the right way round because I'm not having a good day today. 1 tablespoon, 20 mils of vinegar and 1 level teaspoon, 5 grams of salt into the flask and shake well, then rinse with clean water. I doubted whether I got my teaspoons and tablespoons the right way round. And the third tip is freshen a vacuum flask by placing 2 teaspoons, 10 grams of baking soda in the empty flask and top up with nearly boiling water. Leave overnight, empty and wash in soapy water and rinse with warm water. So that's the tips and hacks for today. Okay, let's go on to the next segment of today. If any of you were watching from the beginning, so if you're watching this back later, you probably did see. Do you remember I was complaining about the little window I'm watching was about this big and I couldn't work out why they've changed it? I've suddenly noticed I'm back to the normal size now. It's all gone back to the normal way. I wonder if that was since I played that video clip of the cucumber beetle. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this later. It's since I played that clip of the cucumber beetle, so I wonder if that done something to it. Oh well. Okay, arts and crafts part. I've got a video coming up soon and I've done another full declutter, a big declutter of my craft cupboard, and it's got other things in as well. While I was sorting them out, so look out for that video, by the way, I found some little squares of black paper. What can I do with them? I think they came with a silver or a white pen. They're supposed to be notelets, but I don't want to use them for that particularly. I could use them for all sorts of crafts, I know, but look, I've got so many of them. Is there something very specific I could do with those? These were, I've put in like this little box, I've sorted out all my paper, and in here are little odds or small bits of special paper. So what else is in here? I've got this. Now, I bought this like a garage sale. It's not that, like a market sale, let's call it that. And it was a big pad of them. I've used quite a lot. And I think I paid €1 for it a long, long time ago. And what I do, I use them for cards. When I make cards, I use these sometimes for the insert and write the message, you know, you get, have a good day on your birthday or whatever. And I stick these in the middle and they just look fancier than just writing on the card. And they're all different patterns and colours. So we have, my light ring's in the wrong position today. We have like that shape. All sorts, there's loads. That one, you can see that better because it's dark. So these I've got no worries about using. I can use these for so many things. I'm also starting to think about, I don't know, it's not really decoupage or whatever they call it. It's kind of, it's like a plique. I'm wanting to do something like that soon. So I could use some of these for that. It's kind of a cross between, oh, what do you call it? Not mosaic. Kind of like mosaic, but when you cut bits out and stick them on, kind of like mosaic, but you can make a scene like trees, and so you could cut out, these are green stripes, you could cut out like a top of a tree shape and stick that on, and then you'd find a different colour and do something else. So this might be green bushes, you might cut out the shape of a bush and stick them on, make that a whole picture. And I'm also considering doing something like that with material, make a whole scene of different little bits of material. It's not mosaic. What's the word I'm looking for? You cut bits out and stick them on and make a picture. That's not quite mosaic. And I'm thinking about doing that with material, and then doing cross stitch or embroidery stitches around the edges. So imagine these were material now, cutting out, let's say I do, what would be blue, a little lake or something shape, but then if it was material, and then do embroidery around the edge of it, or maybe even embroider a swan on it, that kind of thing, make up a whole scene. So these are paper. These would just be sticker, make a picture scene out of it. These kind of things. As I say, there's so many in here, so many patterns. But these ones I've been using for, as I say, cards, making cards. They're just the right size for making cards. All sorts. You've got different colours. You can't see that one. They've all got patterns on of some form. Oops, dropping that one. Got little dots. So many different ones. There's yellow ones. Lots of patterns, designs. So as I say, this was €1. They were all joined together in a booklet, as I've obviously been pulling them out. It's quite nice. It's like wallpaper samples. So they're in there. So these are all my small bits of paper. There's these. Now they're not completely transparent, but they're plasticky. You can see my thumbnail behind it. You could almost make like a stained glass window, something. There's bits of card. There's silver shiny. Oh, look, you can see yourself. I've got this sort of paper. Used to be like craft paper, like sticky back. I don't think this one's sticky back, but you know where you'd cut out the shapes. There's some more of that left. It's a bluey, grey sort of colour, purpley. I've got a whole pack of these sorts of paper. Now I've got instructions of, this is €1, a certain type of like a kind of plait that you make a bookmark out of paper. Like it's not as thick as card, but it's this sort of paper, and it's kind of a platty 3D effect you make out of paper. So I've got that to do at some point. And then this is, it says A5 copier paper. So again, this isn't as hard as card, but it's thicker than paper. And there's quite a lot of different colours in there. So craft paper, I guess. So all of that is now in that box of little specialised paper, if you like. And that's got its own place. So do look out for that video coming up soon. I think it says declutter or something. I've also got a video coming up where we went to a charity shop, and I've got some awesome finds there. So do look out for that as well. Okay, let's go on to my last section, I think, for today, which is this. Now, on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, I posted today a video where I do 2 jigsaw puzzles from start to finish. Obviously, I've speeded some bits up, but you can watch me doing 2 jigsaw puzzles from start to finish. Some really lovely music with it as well. There's no talking, so do look out for that. If you like jigsaws, I did also link a couple below, other jigsaw puzzle videos, but there's more on that channel. We've got 2 Doves, Bees and Gardens in. Just popped in to say hello. Yes, I hope things are going better for you. So thank you for being here. I really do appreciate that. And guys, go and check out 2 Doves, Bees and Gardens. So yes, do go and check them out. A lovely pair, they really are. So hope things are going a little better for you now. Getting up and going. Surgery was no fun. No, surgery's never a fun thing, but good. Getting up and going. Good. I hope you recover well soon. So yes, to do new to you. Well, I've got today, my friend came round and she bought me another puzzle to do. These aren't mine. She shares around. There's a small group of us that are into puzzles. The 2 that are on my other channel that I've just posted, they were hers. When I do them, I give them back. I've still got 2 here to do, but someone finished with this other one. And this is the puzzle she's bought me today to do. Lots going on there. What's it called? It's called King Puzzle. That's the brand. They normally have a title. There doesn't seem to be a title. They normally have a title. And this looks like it's a golf scene. I haven't had a good look at it. They're all playing golf. Oh, they seem to have actually been playing on the edge of a cliff here. And some balls have gone over the edge of the cliff. So quite a fun thing. It's one of those puzzles, there's a lot to look at. Now, one of the last ones she gave me was an Under the Sea, and this was lots of people like this one. And I thought, oh, that'd be easy. And there were lots of divers. And I found like flippers. I was like, oh, right, that's easy. And it took me ages to find what it was. Or, oh, this is a little fish. No, it took ages to do. So I'm going to guess this one is actually going to be harder than it looks, because you've got tons of people, all things going on, and a lot of green. Green can be an issue, a bit of sky, lots of water. But yeah, definitely things there. Let's see if I can find something else funny. What's going on? Let's see. Oh, in the sand, you know, when you hit the ball in the sand, there's a little monster. My ring light's in the wrong position today, but there's a monster here by my finger in the sand. So that should be fun to do, definitely. She did warn me there was one piece missing. Yeah, she said there's one piece missing, and she said it's by the white fence. Now, what I might do is when I've made it, get some cardboard, try and make it the right shape so I can put it behind the other pieces, draw. So the cardboard's going to be underneath the done puzzle, draw through on the cardboard the shape, and then try and colour it so it becomes right to match the picture, and then take it out, cut it out, put it in, make sure it fits properly, and then say to her, okay, one's missing, but there is at least something now to put in, because when we went to the charity shop, they had tons of puzzles, and I just don't trust buying secondhand puzzles. I really don't. And they had so many there. I know some people are happy to just do them. I've said before, I would love to work for a charity shop and do all their puzzles and just check and guarantee 100% if all the pieces are there or not. I would do that for a job. I would do that. I do love jigsaw puzzles. I love them very much. Yes, so as I say, I've got two more here right now, 2 jigsaw puzzles left to do. What are they? One's the Wozjig one, which is basically, I've showed you before, where the puzzle, you do it from the perspective of not what the picture is, but they tell you someone middle of the picture and what they can see towards you. So you kind of see a little bit of what they can see, but then you have to find the rest of the picture. So that's pretty cool. Okay, guys, I'm going to be off because with my friend coming around, my whole structure of the day completely changed and I'm a bit all over the place. But always lovely to see friends, of course. So no worries with that. And then, as I said at the beginning of this video, had some issues coming on as well. Had some laptop issues prior to that. So it's all gone a little bit today. As I say, don't forget to go on Mike's channel, Olive Farm Retreat, Cyprus, and wish him a happy birthday for Monday. I will be here Monday. And don't forget to check out my video on Wednesday, my live on Wednesday, when I also post. And I will see you then. Thank you so much for being here. As always, really do appreciate you all. As I say, I'm overwhelmed by the fact there's so many other channels out there and you choose to pop on mine. So thank you for that. Two Doves, Bees and Gardens say have a great day. So glad to catch you live. Thank you for being here. Totally unexpected. And I thank you for that. So have a great day. If it's the start of your day, everyone, it's the end of my day in Cyprus. So let me tell you this. It was a good day, so your day will be great. The date today was a great day. So see you then. Thanks for being here.